Hi, this is Karla. I have a question for you. How do you think that I came up with all of these bright colors? Look at these bright colors. Look at this. Could it be that I used watercolors? Do you think I could have used oil pastels? Do you think I could have used the artist pastels that are like chalk? What if I told you that I'm going to show you in this video all three methods? So hey, why don't you stick around? Hello everybody. I wanted to get on here because I made this. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty cool. And I used the teexpert. It says plaster powder, but it's pure pour. When they're cured, it reminds me of polymer clay after you bake it. And I always have used either pastel chalks or these oil pastels to dye my, to decorate the, things that I've made that are white like this. So I'm going to show you how I do it. Now these are mungyo and oil pastels, extra soft, water soluble, pearl color. These, I think you can get these right now on Amazon, this brand, for like $12. But if you get the non-pastel colors, which I'm going to order some, you get them for $8 right now. So this is a little bit messy, but there's different ways that I color. All right, how I like to do this is the messy way. I like to get my fingers dirty. And I'm not sure. When I look at this, I purposely did this. Now see how it's porous and it absorbs everything? You could not wipe this off. I could probably sand it off, but that would be a lot of work. But I purposely put some mica powder in these areas because I wanted it to be a little bit darker there. So what I'm going to do to just start and kind of show you is there's a couple ways you can do this. I don't want shiny, I want this one. You can put this, let me see if I move you guys out of the way. You can put a little bit on your like tile or something, right? And then you can use a stiff, and I mean like really stiff brush. You can get it a little bit wet because these are water soluble, but they are also, they're oil, but they're very soft. And I'm going to do it on the bottom first, see if I like the color. And so you can put it on like this. I just prefer not even to use the water, have the heat from my finger do it. I prefer to do it like this. Just get my fingers dirty. But now be careful, because any color that you touch and then you touch your item, it's going to make it that color, okay? Like right now my hands are looking funky because I'm touching all kinds of stuff just right here. Okay, so I don't know if I want to do this one in like pink. I kind of want to do it pink, like girly colors. So you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do it. So you can do it like this too. You can just like take white, or you can take any of the colors you want to. You can just put them on there. Now you can't see the white very well right now, I realize that. But I'm going to take some pink and I'm going to add that to it because I don't really want the darkest pink. Warm up my hands, make sure I don't have black. It must be black on these things because look, I just wiped it all off and now I have it again. So okay, wipe it off. All right, but now I'm going to get my hands dirty. All right, I have a little bowl of water. You don't have to do that, but it might make it easier for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub this in. Now these oil pastels give a sheen. I don't know if you can see that it has a sheen. Oh, and look, see where I put the white? I just learned something new. Isn't that interesting? Where I put the white, oh, you know what? You could actually do designs then. I have never tried that before. Well, that's interesting. But you just can rub it in. I'm sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And I don't think I'm going to put the white on the bottom anymore. I'm just going to do the pink. And then as you rub it in, it'll get lighter and lighter. You'll see now the white did help, but I'm going to put the white on top so I don't have like Morse code secret messages inside there. That's okay, because what I want this to look like eventually is like an old, you know, kind of beat up looking skull. So you see how easy this is though? And yeah, it's messy, but it's tactile. Tactile, isn't that what you call it? When you get to get your hands in there, and that's what I like about sculpting. I love having my hands in the clay, and yeah, just love it. Love things I can put my hands into. Okay, so you get the idea of what I'm doing. And I don't know why the lights look so dark tonight, right? You get the idea, like how easy this is. And because that did that, I'm going to just see if I can add a little more to the top. Yeah, see, look, just add some more. I might not be able to totally get rid of the white marks, but you know, that's a good thing to know in case I wanted to like do this in some kind of I don't know, pattern or something. I think I'm going to take a little bit of the purple too. I'm just going to add some purple to this. This is just for me, so this is okay to do this. I'm going to put some purple up here, see if that will cover it up. Maybe yes, maybe no. We'll find out. And it doesn't matter that I still have the pink. That is the one thing about this stuff. When you're doing a silicone mold and you put in your mica powder, the thing that touches the mold is the color you're going to get. You can't like go over it and blend it or anything after it's down. See this? You can just do that. You can just blend. There's a lot of possibilities. I'm not an expert at this. In about 4 days to a week, it will dry to a point, especially, I'm going to show you. So now you can take a napkin or a soft cloth. I think I'm going to use the piece of tissue because you can just take a soft cloth and you can rub it. And see, some of it's coming off. You can rub and rub and rub. And I'm not done at all. I just want to show you like how you can get this. My hands are so funky. All right. So I was going to show you like, see now when I rub my hand on it. But the good thing about this being water soluble, even though it's an oil, it's a soft oil. That's really cool. Especially if you use polymer clay. I do a lot of my gnomes in this. Like this started out, this little gnome. I don't know what the colors are like in here right now. But then I put a thing of lacquer over it. His little mustache broke in transit. But yeah, once it's baked, because I like to make my gnomes like out of just the cheap white Sculpey, not Sculpey 3. And then I decorate them outside. You know, I don't use colored clay. I just like to use white clay, sculpt it, and then add my colors myself. Okay, hold on. All right, let me get my hands really wiped off here. Now, this might still come off a little bit right now. Oh no, see, here you go. It's coming off a little bit, but this actually absorbs in and will dry. Now see, this one, I put in some of the colors that come with the bioresin. And when you buy the kit, you get 5 colors with it. And I put in mostly yellow and a little bit of red to make an orange. But I think it's cute, but it's kind of boring. Kind of too soft and cutie. So I'm going to oh, here's the brown. I am gonna take, let me see, a lot of these brushes, a soft brush is almost impossible to use on this, so oh heck, I'm just gonna use my finger, even though there's kind of some small spaces. That's where I'm getting all this stuff on my hands. See this? Okay. It works easy. You don't have to put it on everything, and I like that you can layer the colors with this, because then you get more depth. And even though I don't like to use these are like the cheapest Q-tips you can buy. And they just fall apart on me so fast. But this is, oops, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, because I don't know why it feels so dark in here tonight. Not any darker than every night, but it feels dark. All my lights are on, yep. Okay. So see to get in these little corners, because I don't want to get this brown, if I can help it, on the pumpkin itself. Use my little micro brush. I gotta get some more of these. I wish that little brush thing though was softer, so you could actually do more of like a paint thing with it instead of like a scratch. It's kind of like, they call it a brush, but it's more like a tough, tiny Q-tip. All right, so I'm just going to go for one of my makeup brushes that I get at the dollar store. Yeah, these work pretty good because they're short bristle. I don't know why my camera just looks dark. Anyway, it's a short bristle, Dollar Tree. I got it there. And this works because it's a short bristle. Otherwise, the longer bristle brushes, they really don't work very well because they just flop around back and forth. Because I want to get some of this in here. One more chance with you. See if I can get it under there. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so and I also want to take maybe a little bit more orange. Maybe this one. And I kind of would like to, let's see something. No, I don't want to use that brush. I just want to add a little bit more color to this. And these are pearl, these pumpkin things. Pumpkins. Oh, water-soluble oil pastels. Yeah, okay, can you see that? Like that just plumps it up like so well, so that if you are looking for a way to do more expression with your bioresin, see, look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, it's just really, really, really cute. I mean, compared, this look might be okay. It kind of looks like chalk. This has, you know, remember the dye is inside this. This looks adorable, and I'm going to leave the little, you know, places there. So, and you know, if you want to, you can, like I showed you before, except for I wouldn't do them over each other after seeing what that white did. Like, you can actually get color all over everything if you don't keep your hands really clean. Oh, I know what it is. I'm sticking my hands in there to pick these up, and it's a mess in there. So let me see if I got some brown on there. That's okay though. Pumpkins come in brown too. And then again, you know, you can make it have a little bit more sheen. You can just buff it up there. So I'm hoping this is giving you some ideas. And then these are also non-toxic. So you could also use these with the kids. The kids love getting their hands dirty. I think you can see what I'm doing here, and like just the difference. And it's just really up to you and your inner artist, you know. What are you going to do today? So I'm going to keep doing this. You can stop if you want to. I might really edit this down. But right now I'm just going to leave this on, and I'm just going to keep going here and finish my pumpkin while my hands are just gross. It washes up so easy, though. That's why it would be good for kids, too. I don't know about clothes. I wouldn't do this without a big plastic sheet down on a table for kids. All right. And so I think that this covered in it now. Where's my black one? Black doesn't look black. It's really surprising. Oh, I'm getting my hands all gross. This one that looks like silver is actually black. I just want to put like a little bit of, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to do? Trying to give it a little bit of dimension. Let me just take the tissue down so I don't have to get this all over my hands. See how you can add color? And see how it got on the top of that? Okay. But even like a little green, because that did kind of make it kind of dark. So yep, there's some green. Okay, see? The stem now has some green on it. And the pumpkin is ready for the fall. Let me take this and see what happens if I give it a rub. Yeah, don't do what I did right there. Don't put the white on first unless you're going to draw like Dia de los Muertos designs. That would be really, really, really cool, wouldn't it? Get those out of my face. All right, so I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to put some pink in the eyes, in the upper lip. The lower could be a lip, used to be a lip. And this is like finger painting. little bit more satisfying because I don't have to try to figure out what I'm gonna try to make my finger paint look like. This is gonna look like a skull. And I want it to look kind of weathered too. So, this, you know, all of this is I'm learning because I just started working with this ECO resin 2 weeks ago. And even though I think the colors that they give you are pretty good, and then I saw tonight, you know, you can use watercolors on these. Once it's cured, it's really not adding water to it. It's really more like staining. Okay. So his little teeth, I want to be not totally white. Kind of gold in the wrapper. Wipe my hands off so I don't have any green or black or anything going with it. And I'm just gonna rub this in with my finger. Get it all up in there and by the gums if he had any. Let's see, I got a little bit of green in there, but you know what? I'm okay with that because I really do want this to look aged. So, didn't that sound exciting? Let's get ready for the 4th of July here. They've been doing that all night, scaring the pajamas off my dog. Honestly. He can't even hear, and even he's like, what is that? I think he can feel the vibration. They did it so loud a little bit ago. All the car alarms were going off. It was so bad. It's not a good thing. Let's see if I can get these eyes in here a little better with this brush. This brush is, I don't know. I don't like cleaning brushes. I used to clean my brushes, and I used to oil paint and buy really expensive brushes. Yeah, I cleaned them. I was very, very good about it. But these that are so cheap, I'm like, ugh. But I still don't throw them away. That's what's insane. That's where I think I need counseling. It's okay to keep something that's cheap, but you have to use it or just get rid of it. Or don't buy cheap junk. Yeah, right. Oh, I put a whole bunch in there. All right, well, that's going to make it easy. Oh, I keep forgetting too, it is water soluble, so if you're running into a problem, like you can't, oh my gosh, look how much easier that was. Dip the brush in a little bit of water, and look at that. Oh my gosh, that was so much easier than fighting with, oh my goodness gracious. All right. I don't know if non-water soluble would work this well. I don't know. Oh my goodness gracious. Hot tamales, look at that. Now it's just going right into all those little places that I was trying to get the end of my finger into. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. All right. All right. Getting all in there now. Woohoo! That's exciting. See, I'm learning. You're learning with me. Okay. Gonna put another little blop on my brush. I think it helped that I had a glop on my brush. Oh my goodness. All right, so I hope that somebody wants to use this method or gets inspired. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody do this. This is just something I used to do with clay. So if you're gonna make something like this, just could you give me a shout out? I'm fine if anybody wants to like do a video on this, because I know when you get inspired, it's like, oh, I want to do that. So fine, if you do it, and then but just please give me a shout out. You don't. I didn't invent these, but or if you're watching this and you're like, oh yeah, I know somebody that does that and they have YouTube videos, then let me know, because I couldn't find anything. Yeah, definitely. I hope this does inspire you to try resin, um, and maybe not feel limited to just whatever color you pour into the mold is what you're going to get, but it's going to be more muted because it's mixed with white. So, and I think it's got its place, don't get me wrong, but I think this opens up so many doors for you. For me it did, because I'm just like, yes, I love it. Like even my little pumpkin, I love my little pumpkin. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Yeah. So what am I going to do with you, Mrs., Mr., Mrs., whatever you are? What am I going to do about that? That was not a smart thing to do, but now I know. You need something now on the top of your head. Hat. Make you a hat. Oh, you know what it's like? It's like doing those Easter eggs where you put the wax crayons on the egg and then you dye them, and then everywhere where you had the wax is nothing. Okay, so what if I put a little bit darker color up here? Would that get rid of it? Oh, yes. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put some darker up here, get my finger wet so it smooths out easier. Yeah, okay, that's going to be, oh, hallelujah. All right, I'll work this in so that it, oh, now I'm getting the crap. So now I'll work this down into this without using a lot of that there. I don't want to take that off because I really don't want the squiggly pattern on there. That is just so strange. It just is so strange. It's like, what is, who did that? Put a little bit more on you. Because I think if I just can smooth out this purple, that it will be okay. I really do. I think it will be okay. I'm going to put a little bit of blue in there, because then in a couple of days it will have hardened and absorbed, and yeah, okay, that's what we have to do. It's like, I feel like I'm dyeing my roots. Yeah, you don't want those little gray squagglies hanging out. Wow, that's actually really pretty though, isn't it? Woo! Okay, I'm just going to pull it down. Well, you never know what you're going to end up with. I never know. Because if something goes wrong, it's just a shift. That's kind of strange, right? It kind of looks like it's got black hair, dark hair. I kind of like it. Oh my gosh, I kind of like it. Oh yeah. I do. I kind of like it. Oh my god. Oh, Karla. You're so weird. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I actually really kind of like this. Now I might in the morning go like, what were you thinking? Need to go to sleep earlier. But you can't see the white squiggly things. That's funny. Okay, yeah. All right, guys. so funny. Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh my god, it's so funny because it looks, oh, I don't want to get purple on his teeth. Now it looks like a he. I'll just pull some of that back down back here. Oh my goodness gracious. Big old thick eyebrows. I think I love it. I do. All right, the eyebrows though, they're a little too much. They're a lot too much. Kind of Neanderthal. This is spread. Hello everybody, it's Karla, and we're back. Well, for you were just gone for a second. I was gone for the whole evening. Okay, so what I want to show you is that, get the clean tissue, that this has pretty much dried since yesterday, because this is the one that we use, the soft oil pastels, and there might be a little bit coming off, but not a lot. Like that's gonna be completely cured in like a couple of days. So before I start on, I remember now yesterday I wanted to see if I could watercolor. And I think what I found out was that, yes, you can watercolor. This is watercolor that I did. And this one light's in my eyes when I'm looking at the screen. And you can see, maybe if I pull this light down, yeah. See, this is the watercolor. Totally worked, totally fine. That's because I made this today. And I think that's the secret to all of these colors. You really cannot wait to put them on. All right, so I'm going to show you the watercoloring one first. Why not? So I want to show you how easy it is to watercolor these. Super easy to clean. Don't look at my nails. Don't look at my nails. All right, so I just want to do a simple color on this. I'm not even going to try to like do anything fancy, nothing like that. Just and I'm using pretty heavy color, almost like a heavy cream consistency. And let's see, what do I want to do? I don't know, but you can see here the colors are going to go on pretty smoothly. This brush is terrible. Okay. Oh, that's no good. I think this is the one I was using earlier. This one would be much better. You can see though how fast that's drying because it's totally absorbing into this. And why are my colors messed up? Doesn't this always happen? Well, to me anyway. We've got all kinds of little puddle jumpers trying to be in here. Okay, I'm going to see what happens now if I take off half of that. So you can see it totally stays on. It's not going to come off. This one is totally on too. This is dry. But this one is more vibrant because I did it pretty much right out of the chute when I first took it out of the mold, and I knew it was dry enough to work on. And then I used very thick watercolor, so you can use watercolors. And for all of those that don't shake and have really good hands, you can make some amazing stuff. We don't want to set them in water on purpose. Wait, I don't think I can stand this. I think I have to have the other half of this done. And so let's, some of these other colors are already wet-ish because of what I was doing earlier. And make sure you can see. You can probably see better than I can because my eyes are just kaputs. Kaputs. Yeah, I can even see now that from the time that I took it out to right now, for the watercolor, I think you really need to do it right away. You know, to not have it beat up. Because this one didn't beat up at all. It was a charm, just a charm doing that. So it's I am having so much trouble seeing. Anyway, that's purple. That's not blue. It's so crazy how that does that. All right, so there's our watercolor. Let me drop this out of the way. Now I'm going to show you regular pastels. So these are Sargent Art 48 Artist Pastels, colored square chalk. Okay. These you can have a lot of fun with. Oh, yeah, I'll show you 1 second. I'm not going to leave you hanging. Okay, I'm going to make this, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sure nobody else does either, but I'm just going to go for this real quick. Let me move these out of the way. These are also very easy to use and in it. Okay, so what I'm doing, all I'm going to do to be able to use these chalk pastels is take an X-Acto knife or any kind of knife with a little blade, and as finely as you can, just pop some of that down on your plate, tile or plate or whatever you have that you want to use. I'm doing the same thing right there. And then I'm going to do some yellow. That's pretty clean side. These last a really long time too. These are really cheap, like really cheap. Okay, there's a side that's not so gross. Okay. Okay, so I just did a real simple design on the, this you get all over your hands too. But you can use brushes with this. So I don't know if you can see, you might be able, yeah, you could probably see. There is a line right here. And if you'll remember, when I was doing the skull, I used the white, and then the white, you couldn't cover over it. I mean, I have put layer after layer on there to cover that just a little bit. So I did it so it's going to look kind of like a moon, and, I'm going to try to go for a little bit of a moon look. This is not as messy under any circumstances. And if the more you put on with this, like you can see that it's real yellow there. Like the more you put on, the more intense the color. Okay. And again, this is somewhat unforgiving. Like I really didn't want that to be so orange right there, but you know, it is what it is. So maybe make that into like a little bit more intentional look, you know, whatever. Because you can't take it off. Once you put it on, you can't take it off. I mean, I probably could take it off with water, but I'm going to give it a little poof with my hand. And now I'm going to do the other side, which is going to be kind of like a sun. I don't know. And it doesn't matter. I'm just going to start hoofing it on here and then just go over it all again. Because who's ever really looked at the surface of the sun? Who knows? I should have done this in purple. Maybe the surface of the sun is purple. How do we know? You can't see past all the lava shooting out of it, so we don't know. Okay, so I think you're seeing here that except for the one place where the wax, not wax, the oil off pastels, except for that one line, this is all smudging in here pretty good. Smooching, smudging, whatever. Yep, see? Because what I'm trying to do with this video is show you different ways to decorate your bioresin, you know, whether it's I can never think what teexpert named theirs. No, teexpert is pure pour. The other one, J. Diction, Resincrete. Resincrete is the same thing as this. You also, with this, can use a little bit of water on your brush and you'll get even more intensity. And you can use this method on polymer clay that has not been baked yet. So like, you know, like I was saying, I use the white colors, the white color, and then I do my own embellishments for most of my polymer clay work. Okay. I do really like this bio stuff. I really, really do. I love regular epoxy resin. Love it, love it, love it. But I have quite a bit of this left, so I need to do something with it, right? Because I got a really good deal on it. All right, so, you know, whether it's, I can never think what teexpert named theirs. No, teexpert is pure pour. The other one, J. Diction, Resincrete. Resincrete is the same thing as this. You also, with this, can use a little bit of water on your brush and you'll get even more intensity. And you can use this method on polymer clay that has not been baked yet. So like, you know, like I was saying, I use the white colors, the white color, and then I do my own embellishments for most of my polymer clay work. Okay. I do really like this bio stuff. I really, really do. I love regular epoxy resin. Love it, love it, love it. But I have quite a bit of this left, so I need to do something with it, right? Because I got a really good deal on it. All right, so you know, you get the idea. Okay, so yeah, just gonna try it with my finger. I don't know if I've ever done this with my finger. Oh yeah. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly, that's even more fun. Yep, if I can get my fingers into it, it's my new favorite thing. Oh, it feels so cool. Wow, rubbing your hand over the bio resin, or eco. It's not. It's not bio. I don't know why I'm always saying bio resin. Oh my golly. Rubbing your hand over that though with this chalk is so smooth. Oh, I love that. And, okay, I'm just going to leave it just like that. Where's a dry cloth, dry-ish cloth, and just give it a little wipe off. And there you go. Can you see? Because I'm having a heck of a time getting this thing to where I can see what's going on. I don't know. Look at my hands. I'm glowing in the dark. All right, let me move this mess down here where the dog can walk through it, and then I can wonder, what did I do to deserve this life besides just be such a squirrel? Cannot pay attention. Okay, so the one more thing I want to go through before we go through the oil pastels again, because we just did the oil pastels. I wanted to show you. This was the heart that I did. This has a really subtle coating on it, and this is the Waverly wax that I used. I'm showing it to the light. Okay. So this is the clear wax. They have a darker wax too. And then before I started up the camera, I made these hearts today. They all look like this one. I buffed them out so that they wouldn't have any color left, you know, stick to the top. And then I used on this one, this triple thick Brilliant Brush On Gloss Glaze. Love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And this one gives you a very strong gloss. That's only with one coat. Oh, I'm going to leave it here so I can show you. And this one I did, I think you can definitely see the difference because they're both in the ring light, and this one is like glowing. This one I did with the DecoArt glazing medium. These are both really good products. This triple thick, oh my goodness. If you put on a couple of layers of that, it's like phenomenal. And so what I was going to do again is put it on this one. I wanted to leave this one with nothing so you could see what it started off like. Okay. And I'm going to bring the camera down if I can get my fingers to not stick to the keyboard. Okay, so I think you could see pretty good. And this was the one that was real simple. I literally, this is non-toxic, I literally stick my finger in here and I'm just gonna put it on, and this is gonna dry almost matte. Not almost, it pretty much is matte when you look at that one. It's got slight shimmer. And the thing about the waxes is you can buff out a wax. like you can buff it and then add more and buff it, add more. So this got a slight sheen from it, but you can definitely see shiniest, less, and then way less, but this has a wax on it too, okay? But hopefully this showed you ways that, especially if you're, let me see if I can get all this on here. Okay, so watercoloring works. Don't wait. As a matter of fact, try to do all of these techniques within the same day if you can. And I went thick on color on the watercolors and not on water, okay? Especially on this one, which I think came out very vibrant and very pretty. It'd be better if it was like a fancy flower or a sea boat or something. And then here are the ones that I did with the oil pastels. Anyway, I hope that this really helped give you some ideas that if you're going to be working with any of the eco resins, whether it's the pure pour or the I can never think of what they call that, Resincrete, and the one that Claire works on all the time, Claire's Crafty Corner, Jesmonite. These techniques would all work on any of those products. All right? Okay, guys. I wanted to just show you real quick that I decided that I really could not handle living with the dark purple, blotchy looking stuff. And I thought, why not just take it back to somewhat closer to my original idea, which was just the pink. But this has the pink and a little purple and this very interesting thing going on back here. But you know what? I like it better like this, even with this up here. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to let this fly like it is. Not try to cover it all up. Because I like it better like this. All right. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope that this gave you some ideas. If you have any other ideas that you want me to try, I still have a lot of pure pour left. A couple pounds. Be more than happy to give it a try. Okay, thank you very much. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, this would be a really good time because I just went over my first 100 subscribers. And that's in 1 month, and I'm pretty, yay, happy about that. Look how dirty my hands are. Okay, I will see you real soon with another video. A resin video, I'm pretty sure. Oh, my hands are stuck.